Yo, welcome back to more Owarimonogatari. So last time we got started, Ogi showed Araragi to this room that was essentially an apparition of Araragi's trauma from his first year of high school, where they have this trial of trying to determine who cheated on this test, like who was behind it, decided by majority rule. And by the end of it, his classmate Oikura took the fall for it. Even the teacher themselves said so, and that was the moment Araragi lost that sense of justice, or like it failed him, right? It was something he lost faith in, right? And I love the way Ogi phrased it, where he's been chasing that lost justice since that moment, right? Which is I love that so much, because that's so crazy and adds context to everything up until now, why he's just so fervently been the way he is as far as saving people, even to a fault as well, of course. Though him being how he is honestly like led to everything up until now, and for the most part things have worked out pretty well. And the people he's bonded with and the people he has been able to save, but also not save, things have just played out that way. But that context is very important, right? That we learned something very crucial about Araragi's past. This thing we've been wondering about since it was mentioned at the very beginning of the series, like Kizumonogatari. I think even the end of Bakemonogatari is when it was said as well. Like, he was looking at all the people he made friends with by the end of it, and I think he mentioned it. But yeah, also, cool things I was told. Shout out to Thorfinn and on Patreon. I was told that and I was even linked this, shout out to Orange on linking like the images of the dialogue in Discord as well. At the very beginning of Bakemonogatari, Araragi in the classroom with Hanakawa, it alludes to Araragi's disdain for majority rule, where he says, Hanakawa's talking about this class event that they're putting together, and Araragi replies like in a very like negative way of like, oh, it sounds democratic, right? And he's not making eye contact. And apparently the light novel goes into like depth and gives a description of all the students and their nicknames, and Araragi's the only one who does not have one. Yeah, that's pretty crazy that that seed was like planted then, that Nishio Isin kind of had that in mind for his character, but delved into it way much later. That's really great. So we got like the history behind that. And even like for a lot of the beginning of that first episode, I was even questioning the validity of how much of this actually happened, just because a lot of weird things were happening where Ogi would say something and then Araragi would question it, and then she'd say it again, and then Araragi would like accept it, which is like happened before, as we pointed out. So it's like, so I was kind of treading that line. It's like, is this real? Is it not? I mean, I believe at this point, I do believe it. At the very least, the trauma is very real, right? The idea that Araragi lost this belief in that justice due to this classroom event that resulted in the teacher taking like I believe I can buy that, right? I guess the only thing that makes me question or even think like that is Ogi herself, right? Because Ogi, like, doing things like that and like even urging Araragi to the classroom, like, yeah, playing this specialist like psychologist role, diving into Araragi's brain, and she's just so sus. Like, I don't even know like really what to think of Ogi doing something like this, or even anything that Ogi does, because even the timing of this, like October of the third year, like knowing what happened surrounding that, like a lot of these machinations like happen. But one thing Ogi said last episode was like at the very end, when Araragi, the way Ogi like said something like, I'll let you out now, and Araragi's like, well, it kind of sounds like you're the one that trapped us in here. And she's like, no, this is your trauma, right? This has nothing, right? So it's like it's like on him, because this is dealing with him, like this is his trauma, it's something he has to deal with. That's the way like she kind of phrases it. So she's kind of like either like poising herself to be this very like a neutral party, like, and it feels like a setup for contextualizing all the weird shit she's done up until now. Like, oh, like I know I told Nadeko all these things that led to her becoming like a fucking snake god, but that was because of her problems, right? Like, I didn't do anything, I just told her things, right? And I just gave her something, like, and like I've seen characters like that before in anime, like if that's where we're going for her. Obviously I don't want to reduce Ogi to just that, because there's a lot of like complexity there. So, but it's just that line in particular, just like, is okay, so that's how you see it. I mean, I guess it's the idea of like Ogi Oshino like trying to this the sense of like balance there, like in I guess in quote unquote imitating a Memoshi, or having like the same sensibility of like balance, right? So for Ogi herself, she like makes things like proper, as she says. Yeah, so I don't know. That's an interesting thing to like take note of as we go forward and probably see more of Ogi's involvement. So I don't know. I'm very curious to see what more we can learn about Ogi, but also curious because at the very end, because you know, funny timing, Oikura coming back to school right after this scene. Hanakawa tries to like push Araragi back and being like, well, this did you guys, wasn't there a problem there? Like, I don't know if I should. And then Oikura was there. So yeah, first time seeing this character, you know, after just learning about her and what happened to her after like being out of school, out of this school, but then coming back. So yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see how this goes. Apparently, Oikura's voice actor voices Kyoko from March Comes in Like a Lion. Love that show. Character, like my favorite character on that show. Oh man, it's hard to call a favorite character, but arguably my favorite character on that show is voiced by Kaiki's voice actor, so it's always fun for me to hear that crossover in my brain. But yeah, anyway, I think that's really all I gotta say going into this second episode. I'm hoping for more of just like Ogi specifically, though I have no doubt we're gonna be dealing with Oikura and you know whatever else happens here, and just seeing more of what happened during this month and this time for Araragi, right? Because this is a piece that is important to learn about, and also just from the past as well. So yeah, but I think that's it. Let's continue. Beginning the episode in 3, 2, 1. Sodachi riddle. Uh-huh. Yeesh. I mean, why would you? Hmm. Oh shit. Wait, what? Sure. Okay. Interesting. Let's solve this then. Or at least 2 years later, rather than 5. What happens in 3 more years? I don't know. Whoa. Alright, so long, Oki opening. We're in a new arc, Sodachi riddle. Okay. Let's turn this up. Look at Araragi in the psychiatrist chair. I don't know why a big leather chair makes me think psychiatry. I can't wait to see how Ikura does here. I know her voice actor is like really great because I've heard her in March Comes in Like a Lion. But apparently she has a great performance here. But that's all I know. What a crazy opening. Just the two of them. Her despising him and him not bringing himself to despise her. When that happened, the truth of the incident. Oh, we're going back here. Really? Huh. To Araragi's middle school. Okay. Funny timing. Very strange. What a coincidence. Hmm. Oh boy. Traumatic Nadeko images flash in my brain. Moving. Because you move in your shoes. What? What? Alright, enough with these magic tricks, Uggy. This is getting a little too freaky. My goodness. Hmm. The distant past. Water under the bridge. We're just drowning in it. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Hmm. Hmm. Oh my god. That way too much. So I answered. I thought it would be. Oh my god. Yes, harmless. That's probably smart. Yeah. Hmm. 6 months. Comfort. Yes. 6 months. Comfort in those 6 months. Oh god, sorry, I had to resync here. Um, God, the fact that this whatever's about to happen here was happening right when the Navigo thing was popping off. It's so funny. Ogi mentions like, a presence here at the middle school. God. Yes, distant. Oh boy. Uh huh. Oh, she knows. Oh, so intense already. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. That look was enough to move all the desks. Unlike me. Oh god. Oh god. Were pupils? I mean, I wouldn't say smooth sailing, but I guess it's all relative. Um. Oh dear. He doesn't. Yeesh. His only hope. I guess it's still his best thing. Ooh. God, just right off the bat. It's interesting because it's like We'll talk about it, but oh my god. Jesus. Holy fuck, cuz it's the thing like Araragi was the one presiding over the trial, but it was majority rule. Like he wasn't the deciding factor. Yet she targets it at him. Mmm. Mmm. Wow. Wow. That's poetic, but yeah, I get it. Jesus. Jesus. This is unbridled hatred. Oh my god. Can we get some help? Hanakawa? Senjo? Ooh. Can't be happy unless someone else saves them. That's different. There you go. Yeah, yeah. Oh my goodness. Holy fuck. Self-righteous justice. The contents of the shoe locker back then. We didn't get to see it. Whoa. She's saying, you don't know who you are. You don't know why you are, Araragi. Jesus. Jesus. Oof. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Whoa. What? Yo. Alright, good seeing you too. Oh. It's over. It's over. The universe is about to explode. Being reused. Thank you, Meta Senjo. Hanakawa's trying. She's trying. It's over. It's fucking over, dude. Oh god. Oh god. Yeesh. Yeesh. How you fallen? Oh, that's funny. Oh no. You can let go of me. Hmm. Whoa. Well, we dealt with that, but that was nice of her. Who were below you? Hmm. Doesn't matter. That's love. Selfless support. Whoa. You did not just do that. Yeah, she's seen Looney Tune stars. Oh my god. I'm going to pass out. I trust you with the rest. Smooth. uh, all right, let's see what this note is. That was great. Holy shit. You told me all about it. Remember? And I suggested it audaciously. I think you're meddling too much anyway, Ogi. Was that so? I guess it is. Doesn't matter. Let's just roll with it. Whatever. Alright, what's in here? Uh. Wait, was this a response to a love letter or something? Where he gave a B response and a code. Monty Hall problem. Really? Straight out of Dexter's lab. Or Powerpuff Girls. Huh. Right, okay. Interesting. Very game showy. Mmm. Awooga. You chose the A envelope. Would you then pick C? Interesting. Or is there like some yeah, you would think, or is there some kind of consistent psychological deception there? Oh, changing what you choose is correct. Okay. So, alright, so that is the... Alright. A map. Huh. Interesting. Okay. What? Oh, I thought she legit vanished. Unless... Oh. Oh dear. Oh, wait. I know this. The ruins of the cram school. A certain girl. Hmm. Hmm. Oh. Well, Ogi's strong. Great. That'll bode well for the final boss battle. Let's hurry up before the cops come. Yes, we got lost straight through the front door. It was like that when we came. Whatever. Right, right. Why did I just say that? Hmm. That's the Araragi family, I guess. Damn. That is scary. Hmm. That's a bit intense. Ogi just delving into his mind, like, some trauma there. Interesting. Can it? Oh, right. God damn. Yeah, and I think they mentioned that last time. Oh, that Oikura herself, yeah. Yeah, like why him specifically is the question. Right. Yeah, we're going back even further to this. Yeah, exactly. She said, "You don't know you don't know yourself, dude." That's so funny. Yeah, for sure. Or even don't even think about it. Huh. Maybe you were. Hmm. Oh, what's that? We must find the answer with Detective Ogi. It's a difference. Okay. Right. When you can't understand their reasoning, yeah, there's no way to resolve it or. Hmm. Yeah, and it's a really cool way to frame Araragi revisiting his past traumas and just his past in general. Something that has been buried up till this point. Time has stopped here, huh? Hmm. Yeah, this whole ruined house thing is didn't expect. I guess so. Makes sense. She's like, how does that make you feel? And you just spill everything. Hmm. She's good. She's real good. 5 years ago. So that's what, right. What Araragi is made of. Monogatari. A story about what Araragi is made of. So yeah, that's what Oikura meant by 5 years. Like that's where the despising stems from, because it wouldn't make sense if it just came from the majority rule thing. Obviously, that's a big major point in her life, but he's not the sole responsibility for that. We're going this far as well, so we're gonna get into that mystery more about why she despises him, why Araragi can't bring himself to despise her. And, yes. And just about himself in general, which is very cool. I like how this is tied in together, along with alluding to the whole Nadeko events playing out as well. Like, who might sense something here? Yes. 6 months. Let's. I want to live my adolescence in comfort. Boy, I wish you could, Araragi, but certainly all these things have built character. Still more things to deal with. Always going to be. Both of them together. Huh. Interesting. This is very March comes in like a lion. I don't see this often on Monogatari series on Crunchyroll anyway. Maybe on the Blu-rays this is more common. There you go. I mean, it feels like they pretty much just said it at the end there, and they just set up this whole episode. This story of determining why Oikura hates Araragi so much, why Araragi can't bring himself to hate her, or despise is the word he used, and that she uses. I despise, I despise, I despise, I despise. And just about Araragi himself, his past that has been buried, this trauma that is underlying within him, that it's a very common thing with just people in general. Like, a lot of our traumas and past is like buried beneath the surface, though our actions are usually quite a big result of that, the way we were nurtured, right, and the way we act and the way we are. So it's very cool because, yeah, like it was mentioned to me on Patreon, like the fact that last episode, I think Nate said this, like this apparition that was born from Araragi, like it's very different. We've seen apparitions of so many different characters and dealing with their own issues, but not for Araragi himself, right? We're getting, you know, more personally into them. Up till this point, we've known his personality. He's someone who will go so far for someone, like a detriment to his own body, like whether like sure, like relying on his immortality as a vampire, but even like going that far, knowing that it would eat at his humanity. Like, we know how is that the Araragi family, like, you know, the parents, police officers, and their own sense of justice, like we know that's common to their family, but that's really like the main aspect of Araragi's personality that you get a sense of throughout Monogatari, like this sense of justice, him so fervently going so far for the people he cares about, or even not even just people he cares about, like he'll just go out of his way to save people. But now we're getting the why, right? And we're getting it framed like from this character that despises him. So by the way, that scene between her and Senjo was like, whew. Like, when I saw Senjo roll up being like, I'll kill you, she'll get very violent if Araragi is threatened. And she went in there, man. She caught a slap from Oikura, and she came in with the Falcon punch, or one punch, just decked her, bro. At her seeing Looney Tunes stars, that shit was so funny. And that she realized how it looked. He's like, I'm gonna pass out too. You handle the rest. It just made it look like she also got knocked out. Oh my god, that was so good. But yeah, so I look forward to seeing like what exactly they discover about why Oikura felt this way. That they tied in the whole kind of like game show thing. What was it? The Monty host thing. I forget exactly what it was called, but you know, it was the idea like you pick a choice, they reveal one of the other two options as being the wrong choice. Do you change your choice to be the remaining choice? And the way Araragi said it, it's correct to choose the remaining one. Like, that's the idea. Like, it's correct to change your answer. So they find the map, they go to this old house, but even in the midst of all this, of like all these interactions that Araragi is having with Ogi, we even saw this in the last episode as well, she's so easily, and he points this out, she so easily like gets him to just spill. Like, he doesn't even intend to, and by the time he realizes it, he's already like telling the story, right? It's very curious. Ogi is very good at prying and about I mean, and when you think about it, it makes sense the way she was able to kind of pry into Nadeko, even though in Nadeko's case she like forced herself to like not acknowledge like whole things that occurred within that time frame, but within that, you know, Ogi was very effective in doing what she does and has been now. Yeah, it's very funny, and that's a very scary thing in itself. But like, you know, pointing out certain things like, oh, the neighbors like might call the police on us, and then Araragi just out of nowhere just saying, I mean, it was, you know, it's kind of related, like, you know, my parents are police officers. It wasn't really like applicable to what was going on, but he's like, oh, Ogi's like, oh yeah, so yeah, if we get caught, then they can bail us out. And then Araragi revealing, well, you know, with their sense of justice, they wouldn't even tolerate like any injustice in that point, even from their own child. Like as a kid, like as punishment, they would take me to the police box, right? Which is pretty intense, right? That's pretty far to go as a punishment, right? And Ogi's like, you could be traumatized by that, you know? Which, yeah, that's true, you know? This is very, like, important for Araragi to understand himself, because that was part of Oikura's criticism, which is pretty interesting. Through all her, like, poetic ways of saying it, and pretty much just saying, like, you don't know yourself, and that bothers me. You don't know why you have so much. You have your girlfriend, you're about to go to college, your life is good, but you don't know why you're happy. You don't even understand yourself. Like, I hate people like you, right? You know, which is interesting. And it's like a cool way to like for Araragi to search for these answers, which is, you know, it's sweet of him to even care to like, and it is how he is. And, you know, Ogi's kind of like urging it as well. But it's sweet of him to even like want to find an answer. Like, you know, why does she despise me so much? You know, why can't I despise her? Like, okay, let's delve into these things that have happened with me. With the crazy timing of everything that's going on. It's still very interesting. I'm gonna be very suspicious of Ogi this whole time. Crazy, especially like with what's, you know, kind of happening in the background as well. But yeah, it's very cool. And I will say with that scene we have with Oikura snapping on Araragi, yes, her voice actress, did wonderful there. She was, oh my god, just this manic unleashing of just finally being able to do that to Araragi, which I was like, man, this is really far for being mad about the decision of majority rule, right? But we found out it wasn't that. It wasn't 2 years ago, it was 5 years ago, right? And that's what Araragi said in the very beginning, which I guess had me confused. I was like, 5 years? Are we talking like future sense? But like, no, we're going back to middle school. So yeah, we're gonna find out these answers, find out what more we delve into with Araragi, because apparently that's what this story is about as we continue into this arc. Oh, and last thing, it's very cool how they like allude to like Nadeko within this, and I think like confirming, someone can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure this is like around the same time. Like Ogi makes the comment during this episode, look at my sense of strange or a big energy here, or a big presence here. You know, she makes some kind of comment like that, which, you know, possibly alluding to you know, the whole thing with Nadeko's. But then again, that ended up being a lie, and then until Nadeko took in the talisman, that's when it became real. But either way, you know, we saw it flash to her locker, as her shoe locker as well. Yeah, so, but yeah, either way, because along with that, and I mentioned this at the very beginning, just context for even maybe how Araragi acts there, and later on, like with how he is in Suki, and some kind of the problems that kind of probably were there before, push more to the forefront, so like understanding those more. But yeah, anyway, I'm rambling at this point. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for spending your time watching my reaction. Have a great rest of your day or night. If you want even more of my reactions to Owarimonogatari, I will be 3 episode reactions ahead on my Patreon. So if you want to see my reaction to episode 3, 4, and 5, it will already be available on my Patreon. In the description is the link for $5 if you want to support the channel. That's there. But otherwise, thank you very much for watching. Feel free to share any thoughts if you have any, as always, and I will see you next time. Peace.